not a morning workout girly.
No, that's not for you.
Normally, I would train after work, as in 2 hours from now. But instead, I went this morning before work because Jordan is competing on Saturday. So we're driving out to his competition Friday night. And I have a work event on Thursday evening. So I wasn't sure how else to get all of my days in with adequate rest in between. I trained yesterday. We went yesterday afternoon. And then today I went this morning. So it was a quick turnaround between those two sessions, but they're not difficult sessions like on their own. This was kind of a difficult week because I was sick last week and I wasn't very consistent the week before because I was traveling. And then I got my period this week. So I've had like cramps and I'm just tired. So it's like got its own challenges, but they're not difficult days per se. I decided to go this morning despite the quick turnaround so that I would have enough rest time between the session that I just finished today and then the session that I'm going to do tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is a barbell focused SBD. Either way, I went this morning and then I went to work and I was like, all right, I'm going to make up time because I was out sick last week. So I'm behind on my hours. So I'm going to work late. Yep, that didn't happen. I left at 2 and I'm watching all my bodybuilder girlies on YouTube. And the irony, they all put out their content, and right now everybody's in the phase of making long form videos, like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour long, because some of them are in prep. And so they have a ton of cardio going on. And they're like, how is this content supposed to carry me through my cardio? So they're all, posting long form videos, and I'm sitting at my desk stationary, just watching this as they're talking about their prep and like being active and active recovery. And I'm sitting there flexing my quads and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to stand up. I considered taking the dog on a walk and I'm sure she would love that, but oh my God, I don't want to do that. I feel like there's a lot of guilt around not being outside when you live in the region I live in because it's shitty for over half the year. And then all of a sudden it gets nice And it's almost like I feel obligated to be outside. And I do love being outside. I love the sun. I love lizard time. We're finally getting the backyard put together. So it's a nice environment to sit in. But like right now, I want to be comfortable. I want to wear my sweatpants. I want to sit in my air conditioning. And that's it. But I feel guilty doing that because I'm not outside taking advantage of the nice weather while I can. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy. Weather and guilt aside, I will say it's interesting the impact that the content you consume has on you personally in your life, or at least on me, I suppose. Example, right now, as we talked about, I've been watching a lot of my bodybuilder girlies, and that makes me feel very motivated and like inspired. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I can set my little app and stick to my macros and make my meals. Like if they can do all of this super hardcore, like meals packed for everything and like 100% adherence and 15K steps. If they can do that, I can get my little 10K and I can eat roughly my macros. That's not that big of an ask. But when I'm just scrolling through Instagram and it's like my personal Instagram with like people I know personally and like my friends, and they're all like traveling and at the beach and reading books and hanging out in the sun and laying in hammocks, I'm like, oh my God, I just want to vibe. I don't want to work. I don't want to meet my goals. I just want to vibe. I want to go sit outside with a little lemonade and sit in the sun and swing in a hammock. I just think it's interesting, like the different personas almost that I feel like I can take on depending on what content I'm consuming. And it's almost like scary. You have to be really cognizant of what you're consuming. Whoa. Pokey poo. Are you being naughty? Are you being naughty? No, you're so good. You're so good. Where are your cookies? Come on. Come on. Go to your place. Good girl. Oh, good girl. That said, though, I was just talking to Jordan about what's next, I guess. So, post his competition, he is going to be kind of cooling down, right? And off season. And also he has a ton of traveling this summer. He's in a couple weddings. So he's going to be all over the map. I, however, am not. And starting next month, I'm going to be going into prep. So I think that I'm about to just tighten it up real quick. And what I'm thinking is the next 3 weeks are going to be like high adherence. Then we go on vacation. I'm not tracking. We're at the beach. I'm just going to hang out with my family. We're definitely going to, bring the supplements we need, keep protein high. We're going to be cognizant. But 3 strict weeks, 1 vacation week, and then, we're going to be like in prep, actively in prep. So at that point, like it's going to be tight, but I think I'm ready for that. I think I'm excited for like a focused summer. And at first I was a little jealous that he was traveling and I wasn't. And I was like, what am I going to do? Honestly, I'm stoked because it's a lot easier to stay on track when I don't have plans. And if he's not here, I won't have plans. It's going to be going to the gym and then coming home and hanging out with the dog and floating around my pool. With that in mind, how do we feel about a little series? I don't really know what it is. Is it getting my life on track? I don't really think so. I think that's a high bar. And I'm not going to say the life is going to be on track. But like getting my shit back together, Can that be a series? Can I do that? Getting my shit together? It is a cut, definitely. Not like a big, huge, drastic one. I'm not delusional. There's not really going to be any major changes in 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks is pretty much about building the habits so that when we come back from vacation, we have something to fall back into, like a nice little safety net. But we're definitely going to be in a deficit for a little bit. The goal would be to get under competition weight, maybe by like the end of July, so that for the entirety of August, I can just coast and eat maintenance and kind of chill where I am, see any fluctuations that are happening. And then obviously like right up to the competition I'm traveling for, we're flying across the country. So I prefer to like have all my ducks in a row before that so that any bloat from flying won't put me at risk of not making weight. It also just occurred to me, we booked a Vrbo instead of a hotel, and like financially that makes sense because Salt Lake City is so expensive, but it doesn't have a sauna. So if we really get screwed here, I might be sitting in the bathroom with like the shower running on high. I don't know. The goal is to avoid that and not be in that situation. So here's to getting our shit together.
Did you get a bath? Yeah. Are you looking for more food? No, that's not for you.
It is just about time to start shutting everything down for the night. So that's what we're going to do. It's 9:30. We've hit our steps. I didn't track my water, so I don't know if we've hit our water, but we hit our protein. We're a little over on our macros, but it's day 1. It's actually day 0. We came up with this today, so it's day 0. If you made it this far, thanks for hanging out. This has been a rather uneventful day in the off season, but it is pretty indicative of what prep looks like, right? Monotony and repetitiveness. I can't say that I have become a morning workout girly, but we might see a few of them over the course of the next couple weeks. Our next adventure is prep for USAPL Raw Nationals and getting my shit back together. Here's to the cut. Let's get at her. My arm is stuck.